So my mother's boyfriend's home, and he shouldn't be, but apparently his job doesn't have work for him. What kind of freaking job doesn't have freaking work for you? Like, they might as well just fire you, cause you are a dick, but go to freaking work. If they don't have anything for you to do, just freaking go over there, do other things, and freaking leave the house so I can have a life outside of my freaking room. Anyway, that was my little mini rant for the first few seconds of the intro. My dog's coming in. Every time I start to make a video, he comes in. And he's itching himself. What? I think he wants me to pet him. Probably why he pawed me like that. My baby. I should do another tag because it's perfect with him being here. But we're gonna do the gender tag today. Because we're gonna do the gender tag because I feel like it, and maybe next time at some point, I don't know when, I'm gonna do the furry friend tag. So the first question of the gender tag is, how do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you? I am a transgender male, pretty self-explanatory. I was born physically female, but I identify and feel more like a boy. What pronouns honor you? He, him. Sometimes they, them. Sometimes, but mainly he, him. They, them I'm okay with, but he, him mainly. Describe the style of clothing you most often wear. I pretty much just wear the same thing, just in different color. Like this is like a maroonish red shirt, and it's tie-dyed going into light red. And when it comes to shorts, I mainly wear cargo shorts. Sometimes I'll wear khaki shorts. And during the winter, lots of hoodies. Hoodies, jeans, sometimes I wear sweatpants, but that's mainly for bed. But my go-to place to shop at is American Eagle. Sometimes Hot Topic, but it's been American Eagle a lot more as of recently. Well, not really recently, but like I would want to shop at other places, but I trust American Eagle a lot more. Don't really trust a lot of other places because I don't want to waste money on stuff that could possibly fit me and then end up not fitting me, because I want to get stuff from Hollister, but when I get their shirts in a small, it's like an extra small, and if I get it in an extra small, it's like too small. So I don't really trust that, but yeah, American Eagle is my main place that I shop at. Talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave and choose not to shave? My hair's like this, but as you saw in my other videos, I prefer to cut it that way. I used to cut it a completely different way, but there is a reason why I cut it the way I do now. I like the other style, but that kind of brings me back memories of me and my ex-best friend, because I always styled my hair at that time when we were friends. And I asked for my current haircut that I usually get now, because the other haircut I got just reminds me too much of my friendship with my ex-best friend. And I felt like in order to get over her, I had to change a lot of things. And by a lot of things, I mean like kind of somewhat my style. I mean, my style isn't that much different from when it used to be. So I mainly just have my hair like this because when I style my hair like this, it's different, kind of different from how it used to be. If you want to see my other hairstyle, go to my other YouTube channel and check out my older videos, because it's around there. I still have the videos of me and my ex-best friend. They're privated, just in case maybe we ever become friends again. I could make that up again. Like, they're just privated, they're not deleted. Because I still want to look back on them. Because if I ever want to look back on videos with her, I could. But that's mainly why I restyled my hair. But as for body hair, sorry I got into that topic, because I do tend to go off topic. But when it comes to body hair, what do I choose to shave and choose not to shave? Leg hair, I shave sometimes, like maybe like once every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks, maybe, like at the longest. Underarms, I shave probably around the same time as I shave my legs. Have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? every week, basically, like mainly every week. For some reason, I have no idea why, but I would go to the store every Tuesday to see my favorite person. As you guys know, my favorite person doesn't misgender me much anymore, because after I talked to her about that, she's been getting better. The thing I would like her to do though is correct customers, even though customers shouldn't misgender me to begin with either, because look at me. Like, what about me looks feminine to you besides my voice? I mean, even with my voice, biological men could sound like me. Biological men could have the same tone of laugh I do. So I don't understand that. But for some reason, by customers, when I'm in line at the grocery store, when I see my favorite person and I check my things out, because my favorite person is actually a cashier, I get misgendered by a customer. And I don't get why. In the past, I got the correct pronouns, but now I get misgendered, and I don't get that. But I feel like I get called the correct pronouns during the winter time. During the summertime, when I'm not wearing like hoodies or anything like that, I'm more misgendered. I don't know, and I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know. I just get misgendered every week, basically. Hopefully that changes soon, but my favorite person has been getting better at it. But customers would misgender me, and I don't know why, and it's annoying. And I feel awkward correcting them, but maybe I should. Just because someone is misgendered doesn't mean that they're a transgender person. Maybe some cisgender people get misgendered. You never know. Do you experience gender dysphoria, and how does it affect you? I get gender dysphoria a lot. It's mainly like bottom dysphoria and I guess kind of mental dysphoria, because I would sit on my bed or lay down on my bed and randomly think of myself being trans, and then I would like ask myself, like, am I sure about this? Like, am I really transgender? Am I just lying to myself? Am I lying to other people? And I think that's just anxiety with gender, because I do have a lot of anxiety. And that does go with gender dysphoria, so I think that's something that, like, how I experience gender dysphoria, like, it's just the anxiety, like, am I sure about this? Or, like, what am I doing? Even though I know I'm a boy, I know I'm transgender, but, like, the anxiety part is just doubts. And I don't really like talking about it because it makes me doubt it again. But I know who I am, because if you're someone who's questioning your gender, like who you are, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I think I'm gender fluid, or oh, I think I'm non-binary, which is partially gender fluid, I guess, or oh, I think I'm a boy, or oh, I think I'm a girl, chances are that you most likely are. You are most likely transgender if you believe you're transgender. If you think you are, then you are. And if you think you're not, and you are really comfortable with the way you were born, then you're not trans. So it's just the anxiety of it, because I thought to myself, oh, I think I may be trans. I'm trans, for sure. But there's just things like, am I sure? But yes, I'm sure, even though that anxiety comes to my mind very, like, pretty often, and that's mainly the dysphoria I go through, is basically the anxiety of it. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child? Frick no. If that were an option for you, do you want to be the primary caretaker for any children you may have? I mean, if you're gonna have children, you kind of should be the primary caretaker. You kind of should. If you have a job that requires you to work all day, then okay, like, get someone to watch your children. But you should still be available for them if you're going to have a kid. Would I want to carry a child? As I said, no. Do I want kids, though? I'm not sure, actually. One, I think by the time I meet someone that I want to spend my life with, we're not going to be able to have them, because apparently when you're over 30, there's something that, like, things can go wrong with your pregnancy, because apparently if you're over 30, you're too old to have kids. And I found that out from my case manager, my caseworker, because she's pregnant and she is 6 years older than I am. And she's pregnant with her third child. And apparently her age is apparently too old to have kids, as she said, because someone told her that, and she didn't know until she found out she was pregnant. I don't, like, even if I wanted kids, I think by the time I get into a relationship with someone who I could get pregnant, because there are ways to do that, so don't even get me started. By the time I start dating, that girl will be too old, unless she is, like, younger than me. Because the youngest I would date is 21, and the oldest I would date, I don't even care how old they are, honestly, but when it comes to men, I would prefer for you, like, the oldest I would prefer for you is exactly my age, and the youngest, 21. But for girls, youngest is 21, but the oldest, honestly, it doesn't matter. As for the kids thing, maybe. Depends on the age of my partner. Or we could adopt, and I would like to adopt as well. But when it comes to, like, biologically having kids, depends on the age. Talk about money. Is it important to you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important to you that you earn more than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? It's 2023, like, when it comes to, like, prioritizing, like, if you want to get groceries or want me to get groceries, I'll get the groceries, or you can get the groceries. Either you pay the bill, or I'll pay the bill, or we can both pay it. We can split the money up and both pay together. And when it comes to dates, again, it's 2023, so either we can take turns paying for dates, or we can chip in together. It doesn't matter really to me. So no, I don't. It doesn't really matter. So 2023. It's not 1955 or anything like that. If you want to pay, go ahead. If you want me to pay, fine. If you want us both to pay, awesome. Which I think, if I had to choose, I would want us both to pay. Like, I would want us to come with the money to pay together and do that. So, as a short answer, I guess I would want us both to do it. Anything else you want to share about your experience with gender? Not really my experience, but there are a lot of people out there who believe this is new. Like, we've been around for years. Like, if you look at some articles in the 1950s, I think I've seen one before, actually, and there was a woman transitioning into a man. So he was transgender in the 1950s. It's just it wasn't known then, because you didn't have computers to research it. There wasn't much research to go around because no one knew about it much. And, like, there just wasn't resources to figure that out. So it's always been around. It's not new. It's new to some people. Like, my favorite person, for example. Like, she's a lot older than me, so I understand, like, she needs a lot of time to get it down. I know that, but she thinks it's new. It's not, but it's new to her. It's not new, but it's new to some people because things are just coming around about it. And being transgender isn't exactly a trend. There's just more of us because we have resources on educating people more about it, and we just know how to explain it more, and there's more things out there for information about it. There's just more ways to be educated about it than there were back in the day. Like, we've always existed, but the resources weren't there. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.